Hey guys, what's going on? This is Sergeant Merrill, and today we're going to be talking about America's Army and how I think this game completely missed the mark. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited for this game, and as a US Army veteran myself, I mean, who wouldn't be? This is the Army that made this game, my Army that developed the game. So you could say I was a little hyped. I was excited for this. When I first opened the game, I was ready. I was like, yes, let's go Army. And it just went bad from there.
Picking up his body right into the door.
Reloading.
So no, this is not going to be a happy video. I really wish it could be. I really wish I could speak with pride about this game, but I can't. And I really wish I could have better gameplay for you, but I can't, because I've already fucking uninstalled the game. And there may be some people who don't fully understand initially why I'm upset. For a free-to-play game, it's not that bad. And you'll hear a lot of people say that. You know, for a free-to-play game, it's really not a bad game. And you're right. But that's not what it was for. It wasn't for it just to be a game. I mean, when you look at the purpose, the why of this video game, it's to help with global public relations initiatives and to help with recruitment. That's what the game is for. And it doesn't do any of that. It paints the Army as it is in a horrible light, if you ask me. It's not a Call of Duty video game. That's not the Army. That's not what it's like being in the Army. I'm not talking about infantry or anything like that. I'm talking the essence of being in the Army. What's to enjoy about being in the Army? What would motivate somebody to join the Army? And it's not a fucking Call of Duty video game. And some people argue that it's not a video game in general. A video game will not motivate someone to want to be in the Army, and I disagree. I'm not talking from like a killing somebody point of view. I'm talking like being a member of a team point of view. That's what's cool about being in the Army. Knowing somebody has your back. Being a part of this awesome, well-oiled machine. And that is not America's Army. The developers of this game had their eyes in the wrong place. They had their heart in the wrong place. Their heart should have been like, we want people to join the military. What are the aspects of the American Army that we want to promote, and how do we put that into a video game? Instead, it was like they were like, holy shit, so many kids play Call of Duty. Let's make our game a lot like Call of Duty and then put American Army branding all over it, and then kids will want to join the Army. I mean, who was overseeing the development of this game? I just don't get it. Let's take the Soldier Creed. If you're going to join the Army, two things you need to know and be able to recite at all times. You're going to be doing a lot of push-ups. Warrior Ethos, Soldier's Creed. Let's talk about the Soldier's Creed. I am an American soldier. I am a warrior and a member of a team. You don't feel that in this game. You don't feel like you're a warrior or a member of a team. You don't feel like you're disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in your warrior tasks and drills. You just run around shooting horribly designed weapons that all sound like paintball guns and throw gauze over everything. You don't feel anything about the Army value. The Army values drilled into your head when you join the Army. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage. None of that comes across. When we think about our movies that make us want to join the Army, I know you've thought it once or twice, no matter how hardcore you are against the military or maybe against the military, you have watched a movie where there's a scene in it and you're like, you know what? It would be pretty effing awesome if I was in the military too. And it's never really about the action. You know, you're not thinking that when you're watching, Saving Private Ryan, you're watching people's heads explode from getting shot and all that. You're not thinking of it then. You're thinking of those moments when the camaraderie of being in the Army just comes out so much where you're like, I want to be a member of that team. I want to be a part of that team. In Black Hawk Down, when Eric Bana is talking at the end, he plays Hoot in the movie, and is talking about how it's all about the guy beside you. That's why I do it. And that's all it is. Or one of my favorite characters in a movie, Sergeant Major Plumley in We Were Soldiers. He was acted by Sam Elliott. And you had Sergeant Savage that was constantly walking by him in the courtyard of work, and he was like, it's a nice day, Sergeant Major. And he'd be like, how do you know what kind of goddamn day it is? And then after a long, hard battle where they lost so many people, and the only reason they stayed alive is because they watched each other's backs and did what they needed to do and suffered through the intense battle that they were in, Sergeant Major Plumley looks over at Sergeant Savage and says, "Now it's a nice day." That's what makes you want to be in the Army. I want to be a part of that camaraderie. And that's, when I look back at it, what I enjoyed about the military. And they instilled that from the very get-go, right in basic training, in everything that you do. It's instilled. No man is an island. And that if you're going to get through this, it's going to be through the help of your buddies. And if you got through something all on your very lonesome and you left your buddies behind, you had failed. Because you are a warrior and a member of the team. If you're really good at running and you finish your 2 miles 3 minutes before everybody else, you don't sit down and relax. You get your ass up, you run to the last guy that's running, and you motivate his ass to move forward. That's what the Army's all about. So if you ask me, did this game accomplish its stated mission to increase global public relations initiatives and to help with recruitment? I say not no, but hell no. It did nothing like that. All this game did was replicate popular gaming aspects in the world right now. This is a Twitch, arena-based shooter where teamwork takes a really big backseat to run and gunning. I just don't think that promotes Army values or the warrior ethos or teamwork in general. It just doesn't. They need to look at the games that do promote that sort of thing. Why did they look at Call of Duty? Why didn't they look at Arma? Hell, even Battlefield, which is kind of an arena shooter. But the teamwork comes across so much more. You know, I think more people that watch or play Battlefield are motivated to join the Army because they want to be a member of that kind of team than people who play Call of Duty. Nothing irritates me more than people who play Call of Duty and think they know something about the Army. Or think they know something about weapons. It's an arena-based shooter that has very little basis in reality, and you know what? That's fine because it's fun. It's fast-paced, you know, it's easy to play. I think it's interesting to take a look at the weapons that they have and kind of see how they interpret it into their little world. I think that's really interesting. We all know that by now. I do that with a lot of games. But as far as getting some type of real-life experience or real-life motivation from playing that game, either off the weapons or the teamwork or the strategies or anything like that, I just think, what were these developers thinking modeling their game after that? But I'm not going to rant. I need to stop. I'm going to stop this video now. I could go on forever, but I'm upset. I got a little something off my chest. I feel better. I'm not going to repeat myself, which we all know I can tend to do when I'm upset or passionate about a topic. If you watched my Medal of Honor Warfighter video, you know very well what I'm talking about. And now, am I going to be doing any more videos on this game? No, I'm not. I think I already said I uninstalled it. It's not going to be played anymore. If I want a game like this, I'll play Call of Duty Ghosts, which is coming out very soon. This game is free, so there you go. It's a free game with no pay scale whatsoever from what I saw, so it has that going for it. You can pick it up and like it or not like it, and it won't cost you a thing. So there you go. There's my positive thing to say about this game. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for listening and letting me get this off my chest. But that's all I got, guys. This is Sergeant Merrill, out here.